Hello everyone, my name is Saul. I am in the Stocks with Josh Discord. I am not a crown trader. I'm not promoting my channel. I'm just trying to be helpful here. So I am gonna go over the Webull setup, which mimics Spy Lord's Money Mike, his layout. Okay, so once you open up Webull, what you want to do is, and disregard all these lines for the moment, right? You want to go to the left bar and click Custom. Now, as you can see, I already have several custom tabs, layout already. If you go to the far right, you'll see this little, and you can close the upper tabs to hide all your tabs. As you can see, they're reopened. So I'm going to create one from scratch. Okay, so you can click on the plus sign, which is to the far right. If you only have one tab, then you'll probably see it to the far right or somewhere around here. Now, you want to start with a blank layout. Okay, and I like to click on adaptive, so it just, resizes, right? And then I click here on the plus, and you'll get a blank one. What I like to start doing first is start with charts. As you can see, the Add Widgets tab automatically opens up when you click that plus signs, and you'll see your options here. So we will start with chart. Then on your chart area at the top, you will click on the grid right here. Grid. Beautiful. You'll get these grids here, which is your layout. Now, what you first want to do is you want to click on time indicators, and not really crosses, so just time and indicators. Okay. Then you click on this one here with the 4 grid layout. What you can do is just click on the little arrow here, and you'll see all these boxes. And what these will do is these will be chart layouts. So you can have 9, use 6. So Mike uses 6. So if you highlight all 6, you click it, you get your 6 charts. And then you just add whichever ones you want. For me personally, when I'm doing the tech stuff, the QQQ moves a lot when it comes to tech. So then I will put here, let's say NVIDIA, and then here I will do a PLTR, Amazon, that is AMZN for Amazon, Google, right? I like to do GOOGL, and then I feel Apple, AAPL, Apple. So now you have all 6. For the time being, I am going to hide the widget. And then I'm going to hit up here to close the tab area so we can just see this here. So now what we're going to do is, at the bottom left, down here, just follow my cursor. This is my cursor moving around. You see the cursor right here? Click on the M next to it. You'll see the little arrow. If you click on it, you'll see other additional options, right? Me personally, I like to add the 2-minute as a favorite, the 10, 15, and then the 2-hour and the 4-hour as well, and then everything else stays the same. Me personally. And as you can see at the bottom here, you will see all your settings. So if you click on 15, this will look more normal. If you want the extended hours, if you go to the far bottom right, you'll see night, and they'll switch all of them. So that's the night, that's the overnight. And then right next to you see extended hour, EXT. If you click on that, you will see your extended hours, and I leave them as such, the gray block. I don't change anything else. Now when it comes to the time, it says local, but I just like to make sure it's Eastern time because I am in the East Coast. If you're on the West, South, or what have you, please update it to reflect yours or however it best works for you. Now, let's go into the indicators, right? Top right, you click on this little square here with the arrow going up, indicators. When you hover over it, and you'll get your indicators. You won't see all of this stuff because I have favored a lot, right? I have favored a lot. So if you go, again, I'll do it once again. If you click on all indicators, they will come up. So for the moment, let me also go up here and close this out. Next to the QQQ or any of these ticker symbols, if you click on the little 3 lines here, I take off time intervals, adjusted time, news indicator, and I leave alerts, right? And as you can see, it shortens it. And this is just gives you the price movement, but I like to have mine to the far right as a widget. So right now we're going to go into indicators. I'm going to remove the MA, moving average, because I also use the moving average as well. And as you can see, it removed it on all your charts. So we will start with the MA. So if you start from here, go to all indicators, and just type in MA. Once you type in MA, I usually use the built-in one. So if you hover over any of these indicators, you will see some do not say built in. Maybe those are scripts, right? View script. And then the ones that are built in, basically provided by Webull, you will see built in. So first, let's do the MA, moving average. To the far right, click the little star, and now it's part of your favorites. So if you click on it, you'll get your moving average. We will do indicators all one at a time. So if you hover over MA, you will see the eye icon which shows and hides. Right now it's hiding, now it's showing, hiding, showing. I like to click the little settings. It's like a little anchor, not an anchor, but like a, if you hover over it, you'll see what I mean. It says settings. If you click on it, you'll get this. For the moving average, I do 14, 50, 100, and 200. This is for the overall view, right, of whatever stock I'm charting. This is how I use it, right? Then I go into style. And then I click all the buttons here, the check boxes. Now you see them all in your chart, on all of them actually. And I like to change the color. So for the 14, I do choose yellow. I like this color orange, but I use that for the 100. So if you click on the color itself, you'll get this here. I double click inside of here to get the hex number for the color. I copy it, and then I go to the 100, and I paste it in there because I actually like how it looks for the 100. For the 50, I do blue. And for the 200, I do the infamous red. So as you can see, I have my moving average for the overall bigger view. Like if I come to my regular chart and I go to the daily, I unclick EMA and it hides it, and then I use my MA. Right? This is how I use it for the daily, weekly, monthly. So go back to customs. It looks like a brush, and we're back at our layout. Okay. Then I like to do EMA. So you go back to the indicators, all indicators. Make sure you're under all indicators as well, not just my indicators. My indicators are basically if you create your own script, create your own indicator, customized. You need a little bit of coding for that. You need to basically learn it. And then when you go to favorites, you see all the ones you starred. So back into all indicators here at this tab, type in EMA, and as you can see, I already have it favorite. Click on it. It's the built-in one, not this one, even though I have it favorite, but I use it for something else. This is the mostly used, as you can see how many likes it has. Then you want to go to your MA and hide it. Now it's gone. All that's available is the EMA. And I use the EMA, again, to hide. You just click the I button, and then to the right of it, you click the settings. And I use the EMA for the scalping and day trading. So for the length, I believe they all use 9, 20, and then 200. You go to style, make sure you click all the check boxes for the 3 lines you're using, and the 9, again, I do yellow, the 20, I do blue, and the 200, I do red. Okay, bear with me for just a second. Bear with me for just a second there. Sorry for the interruption, y'all. I had to let my mother into the house, and then click done, and then you have your for your scalp. And when you adjust the times, they all adjust. They all adjust. Okay, and these other lines are basically lines that I've charted already for each of these separately. Now go back into the indicators, which is up here. I'm on the 5 minutes, so let me go to the 15-minute. You go back into your indicators, click on all indicators, right? And what else do we use? VWAP. So type in VWAP. This is a custom one. Even though it says built in, I really don't use it that much. I use this one here. So I click the first one, and I favorite as well, which has the 20,000 likes. Click on it, it becomes available. Go to VWAP here, go to settings, and I change it to white. These are the 2 indicators that I always have up and running when I'm day trading, swing trading, charting. So the EMA, scalping, and day trading, but I always got the VWAP, and I don't do anything else. I just change the color. That's all you really could do. Okay. Now let's do some more indicators here. Okay. Now you might be interested on the volume profile, which you can also have. So you go to all indicators. You could do VP, and it'll pop right up. If you do that, this is the built-in one. Favorite. If you hit it, it opens up to the right of that chart. If you want to customize it, you can hover over it, click settings. I change it to 50, and I'll tell you guys why. Oh, it doesn't go to 50. Sorry. So I do 40. I mean, you could do it, leave it as the default, but for the moment, leave it as the default. And the reason why I mentioned 50, I'll show you guys later. And then the style, you have your colors here. I like my point of control, which is your POC. I changed that to like this here to differentiate from everything else. Okay. And then the volume high, volume low, I changed it to this dark gray here. That's just my preference. And I leave it in the right, and I hit done. And just to hide it, just again hit the I button. So we have the MA, EMA, VWAP, and the VP. Now let's go to the sub indicators. All you gotta do is just click on all indicators. Do RS. Actually, I do MACD first. I just like my settings like that. So MACD, the first one, the built-in, it has the highest likes. Favorite. Click on it, and it becomes available at the bottom on all your charts, as you can see. I don't adjust anything on the MACD. I leave it exactly how it is. Okay. and then I do RSI, and I like my RSI underneath my MACD. And the one I use is the bottom one, the first one, the built-in that has the highest likes, favorite. Click on it and it pops up at the bottom. Now this one I do change slightly. Now I know that Mike doesn't like to have these indicators underneath his chart, but I have I have two monitors and they're big, so they work fine for me. I just adjust these slightly. So what I do is I go to the RSI, I bring it down a little bit, do the same here to the MACD, and then I just follow the guidelines here, boom, boom, like so. I might adjust these later, but for the moment, that's perfectly. Let me bring this down a little bit more. That's good. Bring this one down a little bit too. And then I do the rest the same way. So I bring these down here like so. Bring these down like so. Unfortunately, when you're resizing, like I'm doing here, it doesn't do it for all of them, as you can already see. Okay. And boom. Now for the RSI, I do adjust. So I hover over the RSI. You see the little settings button, click on it. I do 60-40 as I do follow Mike's flow. I watch him a lot. He's actually awesome. So is Josh, is the chart goat, obviously. But I do watch Mike's video a lot. Then I go to, so in input, I change the upper bands of 60, the lower bands of 40. And for the style, I just change the upper band to green, which is overbought, and the bottom for oversold to red. So as you can see here, and then you can see they update as well, right? And then you can adjust these however you want. You could remove it. It's whatever you choose. Now earlier when I mentioned the volume profile, I mentioned that I changed it to 50, but in actuality it's because I also subscribe to the order flow. It's like $16.99 a month or something like that, but you can get a free trial for like 30 days if you choose the monthly option, or 60 to 90 days free trial if you choose the monthly, of the yearly subscription. Which then they utilize PayPal, and if you have a PayPal account, all you gotta do is once you subscribe, you go into your PayPal account and remove the reoccurring subscription, remove it, and then you don't have to worry about having to remove it in a month. So if you still at the top, if you click on the order flow, you will see footprint, TPO, and Delta VP. The Delta VP mimics a lot what Mike showed today on January 10th during his class. The only thing is you always have to enable it again and again. It doesn't save it for some reason. But if you click on, well, if you have the subscription, if you don't, that's fine. When I click on Delta, as you can see here, it is right here. And I'll show it on a bigger chart. And if I go in here, I click the little settings button, you see how it has it in 50. That is the default setting in 70. Styles I leave as is, except for the point of control. I like mine to be this color. And then these, I put them down to a grayish color. And then you can put it either to leave it on the left side, which is default, or move it to your right. And then it just moves it to the right. Whatever you choose. I leave it on the left. It all depends, right? If I'm using another indicator that's part of the subscription is the TPO. And I do advise when you have the chance just to, and I'll probably include it in the video, in the links in the description, a video that I watched to get a better understanding of TPO, which is very useful, but it's only available as a subscription. And sometimes it does delay, so if I just go like this, you'll see it pop up. There it is. And that is the TPO right here. As you can see, it's not very useful here on one chart unless you zoom in a lot, especially on the SPY if it has a lot of movement. Let me go here. Here it is. Here it is. It's very tiny for some reason. But if you go here on the PLTR, you'll see a little bit better. And for the TPO, I leave it to default as well. The only thing I really changed is because it also has a volume profile, but I'll show it on a bigger chart. Actually, I leave everything the way it is, actually. Oh no, the initial, let's see, start time. No, that's not it. Initial balance range, I actually changed that to white, which is this little thing that just opened up here, right? If I change it to black, it turns black. I like it white. But I definitely advise, if you get the chance, to look it up to see what TPO is, time, price, opportunity. I will definitely look that up. And just click the eye here and it goes away. So for the most part, this is the setup that I use here. And then you still have to go here, hover at the bottom to close all these, the indicator list. Like so, like so, and like so. Now you have a cleaner look, right? And then you can change. Now, we still have to add a few things, right? So the turbo option. So again, at the top right corner, if you did exactly what I did, click this down and you'll see your tabs, right? If you want to name it, just double click on it and name it. But I'll show you how to save it shortly. To the far right, you will see, and if I'm on a Mac, keep that in mind. So on the far right, you will see add widgets. Click on that again. Me, I like to have quotes as well. So I click on quotes, on the quote, this one here, click on it, and it opens up big, right? Because I chose the little, when creating my layout first, I chose the adaptive checkbox. All you really have to do is just grab it and drag it to the far right until you see that little blue line that pops up to the far right. Once you see that, you can let it go and it'll adjust everything. Now I know it's huge, but we're not done yet. You'll see how everything resizes beautifully, okay? Go back to the add widget, click on it, and then you have other things that you can add if you choose, right? Go to trade tab at the top, so quote and then trade, and look for Turbo Trader Options. This will open up, and it will open up like this. What you want to do is grab it by up here, drag it all the way to the bottom until you see this little blue line pop up, just like that, right? And boom, and it'll put it at the bottom. Now, what you can do, when you're moving towards the left, hover right here in this intersection right here, and then you can drag everything and have it as big or as small as you want, like so. And then just right here, drag it up. I like to, because I look at other stocks, so I like to at least be able to see the 52-week low and the 52-week high, right? This shows for PLTR. And if you click on, for example, the QQQ here, it also changes to the Qs. If you click on NVIDIA, because you want to make a play, click on NVIDIA, the actual NVIDIA chart, and everything else changes. Your quotes as well as your turbo options as well. Now, one quick thing that I've noticed. If you click on the QQQ, as you can see, it gives you the expiration date of January 16th. When it comes to the Q and the SPY, if you're scalping, you want to be on the same day. So the 12th of January is Monday. So once you click on that, you will have Monday settings. I also like to keep this at 10 to have more options. And then the open interest, you can leave it, it's up to you. But on the bid, I like to do, I click on the bid to filter this out. And I actually like to do 0.05 because sometimes I do far out the money because I feel that the trend is upward. And when you get them that cheap, they go up to 30 cents, 40 cents. You can double, triple, quadruple your money. And then this one here, I actually do it up to $5. So that's the range. That is my range of money. You know what I'm saying? So now everything adjusted. So I like to also click on the symbol here because you see, I believe this is descending or ascending, one of the two. So it starts at 621, 622, 623. I like to have the highest cost going up, so 634, 633. And then for the puts, I also click on it like so. So therefore it starts, and I'll show you why. So it starts high at the bottom, so 617, 616, 615, it goes like that. That's just my preference. Okay? And if you want to do some more settings, you can click on this little icon here for share, right? Oh, that's not it. You come up here, I believe. Let's take a look. Yes. You see these little lines right here to the top right corner? So Turbo Options. Right here, you click on that, you do Turbo Trader Options Settings. You click on that, you'll get this pop up. I do 1, 2, 3. I don't know why this happens when you hit the tab button, but I do 5, and then it goes back to 4, and then the last one will be 10. That is my choice. You go to Buy button, and here you can do your stop losses, and these will be automatic. So you click on the stop loss checkbox, and then you change it here to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever you want your stop loss to be. Then you can also do your take profits, and then you could do 20, right? So this is a 2-to-1 ratio, right? Stop loss 10%, take profits 20. But Mike helped me understand that if you're scalping, it's best to have these off, because once you purchase, positions not really important, orders not really important, then you click done, right? But the reason why, and then one more thing as well before I go into why I took Mike's advice. For your buy, I do bid price, and for sell, I do market. Now, once you choose an option, right, and you click buy, once the bid price is met, it goes through. Now, the reason why I changed and not added the stop loss or take profits is because it can move down 10% depending on what you pay for. You know, 10% of 81 cents or $81 is like 76. And when you get these wicks like this here on the queue, you could lose out. Like, you would have been kicked out here, then you would have to enter again and again and again, and then depending on how much you have in your account, you would have to wait till everything settles by 8 p.m. and then start the day again tomorrow, or the following day, rather say, to be able to buy and sell. So once I see, and then one of the videos, if you go back into the Discord, if you go into the Discord and you go to live trade with Josh or whoever, right? So live trade here with Mike, and if you click on it, you're able to see what went on that day, right? So let's see. Is this a
pre-market levels? Make sure.
And the reason why I'm showing this is because when he buys something, you'll see it pop up right here, and then you can see how much you're making and losing.
It's a little choppy right now.
You see 4%, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And to sell out, all you gotta do is just click this little button right here,
AMD puts,
and it will kick you out at market. Once you make your 20%, or if you're down and you're like, you know what, I'm losing 10, 15, 20, and oh, I'm out. You just click this little button here, and it kicks you right out. Right? So it kicks you out in profit or what have you. So when he clicks on it like that, it shows what option he bought originally. And then let's just watch it here, and you'll see that it will just hit this little button right here, and it'll kick them right out. Or you can just click the sell market, and it will kick you out at that percentage. But if you click on it right here, this little button right here, it'll kick you right out
continuation on
in profit or not. Let's see. I'm just using his video here to illustrate. So when you
Spy's
see this,
holding on too strong. I'm gonna have to cut it.
boom. And that's why he has his finger on top of that, because he can cut it right there. He could sell it in profit or for a loss.
If it gets above VWAP right there, I'm out.
So you can see.
Spy, I'm kicked out.
Oh, he's not doing it. Because
Small
he
loss
switched to
there.
AMD. So if he clicks on the SPY chart, this changes to SPY. If he clicks, since he
Two
clicked on
whipsaw, not
AMD,
going anywhere yet.
this all changed
Sorry,
to
guys.
AMD. And just for a few more
Total bounce.
until he kicks out.
Total bounce on
And this is for
Spy.
new Discord
AMD,
members.
I'm out.
Boom, and he's out. You see that? So that's how he does that. Put you back over here. Beautiful. So for the most part, this is the setup, really. And when you click anywhere, everything changes and update. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. So if you go to the queues, and let's say for January 12th, which is Monday, these are the prices for the same day, right? OTE, I believe it's called. But if you click on, let's say, PLTR, it changes to PLTR. But NVIDIA, PLTR, Apple, Google, Amazon, and most other stocks, they go by the week. So this, as you can see, the expiration date changes to January 16th, which is this up and coming Friday, and the options available for that date. But when you switch back to the Qs or the SPY, which has day to day, it stays on the 16th. You see that? So you have to change this back to the 12th when you're jumping between the SPY Q and the rest of the stocks. So the SPY and the Q has the same day contracts, but the NVIDIA, PLTR, Apple, Google, and Amazon have weekly expiration dates. Okay? And then to save, right? I'm not going to save mine, this layout, because I already have it, but if you click here, you name it whatever you want. Example, for example, I call mine example, but I usually call my 6-stock tab layout, tech, SPY versus Q, crypto, and then quantum. I created a quantum yesterday. Once you do that, if you look to the far right up here, you see the add widget, and this is right next to it to the left is the save as custom layout. If you click on it, once you already name it, you'll see it here, and then you just click save and it'll save it. Right? If I click save, it saves it. And if you go to layouts, let's see, you can then, you click here to the plus sign, and you'll see it saved. It does it in order, so you see it here, example. I believe it does it in alphabetical order, so you see it here as examples. I don't need it, so I'm gonna right click on it and delete. Well, I'm not gonna delete it right now. So this is it. This is the setup, really. If you have any questions, you can reach me at the Discord. Let me share how my name is shown on the Discord. So mine is down here, Es Almonte. Right. So if you do let's see, trading floor. All right here. So if you do Es Almonte, mine should pop up, and that's me. But again, this is just this is just the layout, basically, on how Mike sets it up. And that's the easiest way to do it, honestly. Everything will resize the way it should, and as I'll show you right now. So if you want to make this bigger, everything resizes, it squishes it. You know, if you go this way, it squishes it, and then you have to scroll right or left. So I do it so as you can see right here, you see the little scroll bar at the bottom. So I push it, I resize until the scroll bar is gone, but I like to see a little bit more on mine. So I like to keep mine like so. That's how I keep it. Okay. And I believe I can share this. Let's see. save as because they're detached? I guess not. If there is an option for me to save it, let me see. Share layout. It gives me that there. So let's see if I do X, save, replace. I guess not. But yeah, that's basically the layout. If you have any questions, you can ask me either on the Discord or on the YouTube link that I'll be sharing shortly. All right, everyone, thank you for your time, and have a great one. See you guys on Monday.